In order to properly describe my documentation of the Litz family, I must first go back to my original, my first attempt at researching, and that was with the McCoy family. The McCoy family was, my thought process behind it was, hey, that's a very American name. I've seen Hatfields and McCoys. It's a very prominent name in the US. I was like, let me go about it. Let me see how far I can get with it. Surprising enough, I only got to the grandparents. Kind of heartbroken that I put all that work in and nothing came out of it. And to answer your question about my experience navigating digital archives, it's interesting to look at and cool to see how all that information that was once on paper is finally digital and can be seen by people from all over the world. Like right now, we're looking at Nevada death certificates, and I'm in Tallahassee at the moment, which is unprecedented if you would have attempted to do that 50 years ago. Also, it was frustrating having to go from about 5 families until I landed with a family that really had information already going for them and had a strong presence of people of their ancestors living in America, which is cool to see. It was also interesting to observe that Ancestry.com had some information on her German side of the family. And it was also cool to read like the newspapers on her families and stuff, on like certain members of her family, like her grandfather, who that newspaper eventually led to me obtaining some information that helped me expand the tree. And also the website was interesting as well. I've never really thought that all this paper that was just sitting in a under lock and key for many years finally had the opportunity to be at our fingertips, which is cool. And with your question about reading the census material, it was interesting to see how technical everything is. Although there can be some slip-ups occasionally, it's cool to see how there is a rhythm, and once you get the rhythm, it speeds up your research time exponentially, which was pretty cool to see. Some interesting things that I learned about research is to give it time. I don't like to consider myself an extremely impatient person. When I don't feel like there's progress being made, I could become somewhat impatient, which is something that I have to fight. But I think it was a positive outcome, really. It let me know when to keep pushing, that eventually I'm going to find something. And lucky for me, I did. Thank you.